everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Andrea and it's nice to have you guys here. Today is going to be a winter favorites video. I was originally going to split them up into two. I'm going to try to do them in one. This might be a little long, so grab yourself a cup of tea or coffee or a stiff drink, whatever time of day it is and whatever that time of day calls for you. Go and get it. I'll wait. No, really, I'll wait because this could end up being a while. For those who've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I tend to do a monthly favorites, and I kinda got behind. I didn't do one in December because at the time that I would have been filming it, I was in London. And I didn't do one in January because I was doing the London vlogs throughout pretty much the whole month. And by the time I finally had time to sit down and film a January favorites, it was the middle of February. So I decided to just hold off and do a winter favorites of December, January, and February, so the things that I was loving for those 3 months, which actually kind of works because December, January, and February is pretty much all of winter for Arizona. If you can hear the birds chirping outside, it's because I've got the windows open. I think it was gonna get up to 77 today. Yeah, it's currently 75 and it's gonna get up to 78 today. So we are done with winter. So I'm gonna start with the kind of lifestyle favorites. So if you only care about the beauty stuff, just skip ahead a bit, I guess. One of the first, so there were 2 books on the list. There should have been 3, but I'm still reading the 3rd one. The first one is Hygge, The Danish Art of Happiness by Marie Terrell Soderberg. I'm probably not getting my Danish pronunciation correct, so I'm sorry. So that's this book, and I absolutely loved this book. I'm not going to rave about this right now because the 3rd book that I'd intended to have in this favorites is also a book on Hygge, so I think I'm going to wait until I finish that and then do a dedicated book review on this one and that one together. So stay tuned for that and let me know in the comments if that's something you really do want to see, and I'll try to bump that up. And then the second book is The Life-Changing Magic of Not Giving a Flip, we'll say. How to Stop Spending Time You Don't Have with People You Don't Like, Doing Things You Don't Want to Do. And this is by Sarah Knight. This book is fantastic. It's little and it's written in a lot of bullet points, but there's a lot of really good advice. I will probably talk about this book in more detail in the future relating to a grad school video topic because I think I highly recommend this book to other grad students. But I think anyone who feels like they are just spending so much time doing stuff that they don't care about and that doesn't make them happy, you might want to read this book. It's really good. It's very well laid out. Don't read it if you have any kind of objections to the F word because it's kind of censored on the cover, but it is not censored throughout. So Mom, sorry, this is not a book for you. But if you have a sense of humor about bad words, I think you'd enjoy that book. Another lifestyle favorite, in terms of TV, in December, a show, I think it was in December, a show that I got really hooked on was The OA, which I've heard mixed reviews on, but I really loved it. I'm desperate for a 2nd season because I want to know, like, what happens. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to ruin it for people who are willing to give it a chance and watch it. But I actually kind of liked it better than Stranger Things. I think it's kind of in the same vein as Stranger Things. There's a story within a story, so I really loved that show. Another thing on Netflix that I was watching in February, it's just a 2-part documentary. It's Inside British Vogue, but it's on US Netflix. Hopefully it's on other regional Netflix streams. But it was really interesting. It's a documentary by a non-fashion person. Like, the documentarian says he's not really into fashion, but he's going behind the scenes of British Vogue for their centenary issue and year. And I didn't really realize it from the description, but when I was watching it, I realized, oh, I know how this ends, and I don't want to blow it for anyone who doesn't know much about British Vogue. But so, like, I know how the cover ends up. So as I was watching, I'm like, oh, but wait, but... So it was really interesting, and I really enjoyed kind of seeing behind the scenes. I'm looking over at my bullet journal, by the way, to remind myself. And then a movie favorite. I didn't get to see that many movies over the last few months, but one that really stood out at the cinema that I just fell in love with and just am raving about to everyone is Hidden Figures. I know the winter season was the time of La La Land, and I still haven't seen that. I will see that eventually, but Hidden Figures is amazing. Whether you're American or not American, it's just, if you're interested in the history of the space program and how we got to space, there's just so much in it. And then the story of the black women who really were largely responsible for getting us to space, because this was the era before the computers, although IBM and the massive IBM makes an appearance in the film. There's just so much, like, I can't talk about it in one video. There's just so much about it, and I just recommend watching it. If it's not in a theater near you anymore, as soon as it comes out on home release, rent it on demand with your cable company, do whatever you need to do, but watch that movie. It is so good. And then two music favorites. One is Emeli Sandé. So starting in January, I stopped listening to Christmas music and started listening to regular music again. And one of those was Emeli Sandé's new album that had come out in November, which I'd listened to a bit when it came out, but not that much because I was in full-on Christmas mode. So once I started listening to non-Christmas music again, I put her in a playlist of kind of winter, early spring music, and just the album is incredible. I love Emeli Sandé in general, so I'm just gonna say just go get her music, but her newest album really is fantastic. And then another music favorite is a more independent artist who I'd never heard of, named Janine Thompson, and she's got a couple albums on iTunes. A lot of it is covers, but I really love her covers better than some of the originals. There's the song I'm Gonna Love You Like I'm Gonna Lose You. It's originally a Meghan Trainor song with John Legend. I like that version, and Meghan Trainor's okay, and I do like John Legend, but oh my goodness, I heard Janine's cover of it while I was getting a facial one day. My esthetician just had Pandora on her iPhone, and because I knew the song, I was able to go home and look her up and listen to that song on repeat. I just fell in love with her version of it, and then I proceeded to download a bunch of her other songs. I really highly rate her music. So that's the lifestyle favorites. Doing okay, I think. I'm at 12 minutes unedited at this point, so we're gonna try to blast through the beauty favorites. Beauty and fashion. So one, because it's both a fashion and a lifestyle favorite, I'm gonna say, is my new dressing gown from Ted Baker, or it's by Ted Baker spin-off brand. I got it at Debenhams in London. There's no way, or in Oxford, there's no way to really hold this up. It's just the softest, snuggliest thing, and I love it, and it was the best 52 pounds I probably spent on that trip. So good. And while it was colder and I was, sleeping with my windows open and really enjoying the cold, this kept me nice and warm and snuggly, and I love it. Another snuggly thing that I loved throughout the winter months is this blanket scarf. I'm not going to unfold it completely, but it's about 10 times the size of this. It's huge. It's definitely a blanket, and I wore this several days that we were in London, including the travel days, because it makes a great, I highly recommend blanket scarves for traveling because they make great blankets and extra pillows on the airplane. And here in Arizona, on a cold winter day, I don't need a coat. I just need this, and it's great, so I love that. Boot favorites are these. So we'll do the big ones first. So these are my above the knee boots. They're nice and flat. They still have a bit of Oxford mud on them. They've got these kind of fringe tassels in the back. These are just super comfortable, and I'm a huge fan of over-the-knee boots. The brand is Celebrity Pink. I got them on DSW, which, for those who don't know DSW, because I got a question about that on my birthday video, DSW stands for Designer Shoe Warehouse, and it's an amazing store. They're not overseas. I wish they were. It's probably one of the few stores that I would legitimately miss. if I do move out of the country, because it's amazing. And then the other pair of boots that I got from DSW before the trip were these Chelsea boots, and these are by Easy Spirit, and these are so comfortable. Both pairs were. These were the only two pairs of shoes that I took with me to London, so they've been thoroughly broken in now, and they were just both so comfortable, went with everything I packed. These are what I wore on the plane both times, and they were super comfortable. Love them. So I'm going to miss wearing them. I'm a bit sad. I'm sad for many reasons that winter's over, but I'm really sad because I genuinely love what I have in my closet for winter, and now I'm done wearing like all of it. Another favorite, skincare favorite, is this Dead Sea Mud Mask by Pure Body Naturals. This is amazing. If you were watching Vlogmas on the very first day, which was actually like November 30th, it was the Vlogmas is coming video, but it's the first video in the Vlogmas playlist. I won a giveaway on my friend Farah's channel, and this was one of the giveaway prizes. She ordered this on Amazon, so I know you can find this on Amazon because that's how it was shipped to me. It is just the best stuff ever. As far as a mud mask goes, oh my god, it smells so good. You can see I've used a fair amount, and this has been several masks worth. Like, a little goes a long way. Of course, I still tend to slather it on because I just love the way it feels. The ingredients are so good. It's literally just deionized water, Dead Sea mud, kaolin, shea butter, sunflower oil, aloe vera juice, vegetable glycerin, jojoba oil, hickory bark extract, calendula oil, and xanthan gum. When I can pronounce everything, I know that's a great product. My skin responds really well to this. It's my favorite kind of mud clay mask. This is worth whatever it cost, and I will happily repurchase this in 10 years when I finally finish it, because it seems to be lasting for freaking ever. So again, Farah, if you're watching, thank you. This is amazing. All the other beauty favorites are in this beauty favorite, which this is the travel makeup bag that I took with me to London. This is my new favorite travel makeup bag. Isn't it just so sparkly and amazing? So this was a Christmas gift for my mom. So it's just a magnetic closure on the flap there. And then inside, you've got this side, which holds your brushes. So you've got some larger slots on here and then two smaller slots sewn into each of the bigger slots. And then they've got this kind of flap that protects them. And then on this side, you've got this zipper pocket that holds all your makeup. And it actually holds quite a lot. If you're trying to put in a bunch of palettes, it's not going to fit as much. So you have to be a little careful of that. But I was packing a lot of like individual products, so it fit everything I needed. And actually fit a lot, which then kept me from packing too much because I could see I've got everything I need. So loved that. And then I've got the last few favorites on the inside. So another favorite, a fragrance favorite for the winter, what I was wearing all winter long pretty much, is by Nest, and that's their Midnight Fleur. I absolutely love this scent. I get the Rollerball because their roller balls, you can see how much I've used. And I wear this on like a daily basis for like 3 to 4 months out of the year, and that's all I used this year and last year. It lasts for freaking ever, so I don't think I'd spend the money on a large bottle. The rollerballs are $25, which I think is great. A hand cream favorite. Some of my friends, this is probably like, you're gonna be like, why didn't you know this already? I am in love with the Weleda Skin Food. This stuff is amazing. This is one of the few hand creams that I've found that I can put on at night and not wake up at like 4 a.m. feeling like my hands are so dried out, which is a common problem living here in the desert. It's just so dry, and so I'm constantly having to reapply hand cream, and this lasts so much longer than any other hand cream I've tried. So love this. It is a bit pricey. It's like $17 at Whole Foods for this size, and it's like $7, $8 for a smaller size, but to me it's worth it because it actually lasts. So this is my now like holy grail bedside table hand lotion, and I love it. Just a couple more favorites. I'm surprised I'm actually getting through this. Mascara favorite, I was raving about this throughout Vlogmas and kept wearing it throughout the winter. I've gone through this tube It's now kind of dried out a bit. I think because I was just wearing it on pretty much a daily basis. This is the Bobbi Brown Smoky Eye Mascara. I absolutely love that wand. It's just a very basic bristle brush wand, and the formula of this is just incredible. It lengthens, it separates, it defines, it volumizes, but it doesn't clump. It stays. I can wear this on my lower lashes and not look like, you know, mascara is running all the way down my face by the end of the day. It's just, there's not a whole lot from Bobbi Brown that I, like, this is the only thing from Bobbi Brown that I rave about. I don't really try, it's not a brand that I'm really attracted to, but this came in the Lash Stash To Go set back in the winter, and then I got a second tube in the December Play box, and I was so glad because I was already in love with this. And now I've got a second mini this size. And I think when that one runs out, I'm going to be buying a full size. It's amazing. And I'm in love. So the last beauty favorite, these Impress nails. So they look like this. They come in these packets. This is the one that I'm wearing now. So it's this really pale pink with oval tips. It's got the silver glitter accent nails, which I really like. It goes with my new Swarovski ring, I thought. So these are amazing. For those who watched my vlog, my London vlogs, a few of you were commenting on my nails during that, and these were the two pairs, the two sets that I was wearing. So I brought both of these with me to London. I started wearing these ones. I put these ones on Christmas Eve, and then I switched to these about halfway through the trip. I think on like New Year's Day or something is when I put these ones on. They last forever. The hold is incredible. I was really, really shocked about the hold because I've tried press-on nails before. These ones do not want to come off until you actually peel them off. And I take really long hot showers. They still stay on. It's just amazing. So it comes with 30 nails, including 6 accent nails, which, like this pack, or the pack that I'm currently wearing, the accent nail could be a glitter, or as in this pack, it was both a glitter nail and this kind of painted design. So this one had like a zigzag chevron type detail. Some of them will have other painted designs, or they might just have a simple metallic accent. So they're all a little bit different. But when I'm done with this, it just peels off. Super easy to follow the instructions in the box, and I love them. Okay, so that is all the monthly favorites for the last few months. That's my winter favorites. Like I said, I apologize if this video got a little bit long, but I think it was better to just put it all into one and be able to just move on from here than split it up into two. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, give it a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate that. Say hi down in the comments because I love talking to you guys in the comments. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. I typically do a favorites video every month, and I'm already desperately in love with some things for March. So I'm already like looking forward to the March favorites. And yeah, I will see you all in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.